Just thought I would record this in case anything comes of it. One of the reasons I love doing in-person markets is that I get to meet people who I may have never crossed paths with otherwise. And I had a conversation with Stephanie at Tower Grove Park at a Tower Grove Farmers Market, and she said she really liked my style of designs and was interested in getting some created for the park. And I'm excited to get started on those designs and send her kind of what I come up with. She's letting me kind of run with the idea. She did like the pavilions, so I'll probably hand draw those pavilions and come up with something, but I'm excited. And again, just doing markets, sometimes you make friends, sometimes you meet people who lead to business partnerships, and either way, that's exciting. So let's see how it goes.
You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever coming on.
All right, so update on my Tower Grove Park custom design is basically that I've been emailing back and forth after meeting at the market, and they basically kind of gave me free rein on the design. They love the pavilions. If you're not familiar with Tower Grove Park, there are a bunch of pavilions, and they make the park look super unique because each pavilion is different. So a lot of those are iconic. So that's the focus of our design, is going to be hand drawing the pavilions and putting those on the back of the shirt. And then the front will be something simple. Not 100% sure what I want to do with that yet, but it's nice having someone who likes my designs and just wants me to create something similar to what I already create. And it feels really natural. So now I'm going to start designing. I've got my iPad here. This is the part where sometimes I think, like, is this really my job? Is this what I'm doing for work today? Is I'm sitting on the couch with my iPad doodling, and I'm about to turn on Love Island. I've got my coffee and my little afternoon snack, so I'm excited to get started. All right, here's my setup. I've got my iPad here. I've started drawing some already. Coffee snack, of course. And then I just pull up kind of the pavilion images. I'm just on Tower Grove Park's website and looking at each of those for guidance. I've got Love Island going. And here we go. I have a lot more to draw, and that's it.
Picked up where I left off, took my car and drove to the dock.
All right, we finished up drawing the Tower Grove pavilions, and that is the bulk of the design. Also the sign that the gate, or I guess the sign that will go on the front of the shirt. So I'm going to bring those from my iPad. I basically just export them from Adobe Fresco over to Adobe Illustrator on my computer. And the good thing about Fresco is that you can draw in vectored strokes. So it's super easy to bring over to Illustrator, and then everything is vectorized, which is how the screen printer needs them. So I'm bringing all of those drawings on over to Illustrator. I'll let you look at kind of how I bring it in and how I need to arrange all of the images to fit onto the back. We'll pick some fonts, and I'll probably end up giving Tower Grove Park a couple design options to choose from, and that includes colors for the t-shirts and print, and maybe some variants for the designs. But let's get it into Illustrator and see how it looks when we spread them out to fit the back of a t-shirt. All right, here's what I've kind of come up with. And this is where we started. These are all of the pavilions. These were drawn in Adobe Fresco, and then I bring them over into Adobe Illustrator. They're already vectorized, so this is a single object. And here's the font I chose. I've actually already used this font for a Tower Grove design, a different design, and it just looks so perfect. So I'm going to suggest this one, and we'll see if they like it. I added St. Louis, Missouri, established 1868. And this is kind of what I think the back design will look like. I hope. We'll see what they like. So here are some other options that I also am presenting. If they wanted a really simple, understated front, I thought something like this would be good. This one has the gate on the front. I think this is pretty perfect, but we'll see what they like. I've got this one that's also just typography on the front, and the same for this one on a left chest. I also gave a few color options. These were just kind of my first, my gut reactions of what I think looks good, so we'll see what they like. I added some script on the back, some simple text, and then we've got this one with the gate, and if they wanted the gate and the text at the bottom, here's the other option. All right, so I'm going to export those mock-ups and send them over by email and see what Tower Grove Park thinks, which one they prefer, and then hopefully we'll see if they have any revisions that they want, and then we'll go from there. I'm hoping to have these ordered within a week, so if they have any suggestions for things they want to change, we have about 7 days to work on that before we get these ordered in order to meet their deadline. So yeah, always scary to hit that send button and see what they think, but going to send that design out and see if they like it, and I'll check back in soon.
There's a place in my mind where I want to be.
All right, I'm here with an update on my Tower Grove park order. I just got an email that they approved the design. So I had sent over a couple options and they picked the one that they liked, the colorways that they like, which is the t-shirt color, the print color, the tote color, and the print on the tote. And the designs are all ready to go. So I'm so excited. The order was for 48 pieces of each, so 48 t-shirts and 48 tote bags. And now I need to basically go order all of the blanks to my screen printer, make sure my design files are all cleaned up and ready to go for the screen printing, and then get that order sent off. And I guess that's it for now. All right, I just got home. I've got my boxes behind me. We're about to open up these Tower Grove designs and see how they look. It's always a little scary opening things from the screen printer when you're getting them printed for the first time, especially these drawings of the pavilions. They're so detailed. And I've also never screen printed on tote bags before, so I'm not really positive how the designs are going to come out, if the detail will bleed together a little bit or if we're going to maintain most of the detail of the pavilions. So let's open them up and see what it looks like. All right, first we have the Tower Grove t-shirt. I'm looking at the back. Oh my gosh, okay. The back turned out so good. Here's the pavilions. The detail really shows through on these screen prints. And then we went with the Tower Grove Park, the gate kind of in the center. And then we've got St. Louis, Missouri, established date, and we went with the gate on the front. Super simple, cute, understated. This is on a Comfort Colors t-shirt. This is the bay color and a dark green, forest green print. Love it. Now let's check out the bags. We went with a navy print on this tote that has an ivory canvas and the navy handles. So the colors really blend. The detail also looks really good on these. I was surprised how much detail comes through on this textured canvas, but you still get a lot of the detail in these pavilions. Cute. Okay, so now that's one weight off of my chest that these came out great. I'm going to go unbox everything. I always like to do a quality check, and I order a few extras of each size and of these tote bags just in case there's a printing error or something like that. So I will take all of this downstairs and let's go through it and make sure everything's good before we deliver it to the customer. All right, we just got here. I'm about to drop off these custom items. This is my first real fully custom hand-drawn design for anyone, and we're at Tower Grove Park, which is a very special place to me, and I hope everyone loves it.
Take your hesitations, kick it like a ball. Use your intuition, start with something small. Jump into the water, ride that roller coaster, listen closer, take off all the buses.
I'm out at Tower Grove Park now. We're getting ready to shoot some photos and video for this collab with Tower Grove Park. I've got my t-shirt and we've got the tote to get some photos of. Hopefully we have some good light this evening that we can get the pavilion in the background. We're going to check out a few different spots and see how it goes. Hopefully they turn out.
You